Hi there, how's everyone doing? I hope you're all enjoying your day today. And what I want to talk about in this video is how to rebuild your self-esteem when it has been damaged or broken. So self-esteem, also sometimes people use the term self-worth, self-belief. They're all important in determining how we feel about ourselves and how we see ourselves. They also determine how others see us. Because if you've got a low self-esteem, low self-worth, or you don't believe in yourself, that's going to be translated through other people. And the reason for that is because it will be shown through your behavior, through your words, through the things that you do, the way that you feel. Other people are going to pick up on that and then they're going to believe it too. So if you've got low self-esteem and you do certain things that, you allow people to treat you a certain way, or you're always putting yourself down with the words you use, other people are going to feel the same way about you. They're going to say, well, she doesn't love herself because she's always being critical of herself, so I'm going to do the same. Or they might just see you as a low value person because they're going to say, this is someone who doesn't love themselves. And unfortunately, it then becomes a cycle because the people around you don't view or value you in with high self-esteem, and you don't do that to yourself. So if your self-esteem is damaged, either through events from your childhood, from abusive relationships, or from other scenarios, you may have been bullied at work, you may have just had poor experiences with people in general, or it could come through other ways. Maybe you have had surgery, or you've been in accidents or had injuries which has caused scarring. I've worked with women in the past who they've got a scar. I've not even been able to see the scar on their face or on their body, but it's so for them it's such a major issue that it will affect how they view themselves. And the scar might be really tiny, but it's still something that affects how they feel. It affects their confidence. So we don't always know what affects someone's self-esteem, but to them it could be something major. We might see it as minor, but it's about the person and how they feel. So it can be difficult to repair your self-esteem if the focus is on the past, if it's on, what that previous boyfriend said to you, what your mum said to you when you were 5. It's about you saying to yourself that these events or these situations don't have to determine how I'm living my life today. They don't have to determine how I see myself. So 4 ways that I'm going to give you to help rebuild your self-esteem are: number 1, set an intention and a promise to yourself that you will nurture your self-esteem. So you set standards for yourself that you're not going to allow anyone to speak to you in a particular way. You're not going to allow anyone to criticize you or do anything that will damage your self-esteem. If your number 1 promise to yourself is that you're going to nurture who you are as a person, that you're going to ensure that any action you take or any action people take towards you is not going to do anything to crush your self-esteem, it means you will just operate on a different level. I've said this in loads of my videos. I was bullied at school, and although it was like secondary school, which is like years ago now, I did leave school feeling my confidence was shaken, and it took me quite a while through my 20s for me to fully be confident, not just in who I am, but in trusting other people. Because some of the people that were bullying me, one minute they'd be friends, and this is what happens when you're 15, 16, you want to fit in with the crowd. So if the whole of the class is bullying one person, you don't want to be friends with that person who's being bullied because you're worried that they're going to then turn on you. So my trust was broken a lot. So you'd become friends with someone, the next day they'd be bullying you with the bullies. So it took me a lot of time to build my confidence, and then by the time I was in my 20s, 30s, I've become so confident. And right now there's nothing that could really break my spirit. Nothing. I don't care if the media says things about black women. I don't care if I'm walking down the street and someone says to me. I don't care if a total stranger or someone close to me says things about me as a person, because I know myself enough to have positive self-esteem, and I will continue to work on that through the rest of my life. So set that intention that nothing is going to break you, nothing's going to damage your self-esteem. Number 2 is to create positive affirmations that you can read every day until you believe them. There are lots of books, lots of videos, lots of places you can go online where you can find affirmations, but the best way really is to create your own. If you create your own, they're going to have more meaning than ones that someone else has created. Start with, you might want to do the alphabet ones, so that's where you take each word of the alphabet and you think of a word. I am amazing, I am beautiful, I am courageous, I am determined. Or you can just think of things that you know that if you continuously repeat are going to resonate with you. So I am determined to get through each day with a positive attitude and a smile. I know that I'm not where I am right now, but I know where I want to go in life. Whatever it is, make up the affirmations. On top of the affirmations, use positive self-talk. So whatever we say to ourselves, whatever conversations we have with ourselves, determine how we feel about ourselves. If you're always beating yourself up because you make mistakes, you're always being harsh on yourself, then you're going to not feel good, are you? If someone else was talking to you in the way that you talk to yourself, would you be okay with it? So each time you're beating yourself up saying, oh, that was so stupid what I did, or I knew I was going to fail at that, or what's the point in me doing this? No one ever likes me. There's no point in me going on that date because I'm only going to get rejected. Oh, I look terrible today. Oh, my hair isn't going right. What's the point in saying all of those things? They're not going to be productive or help you in any way. They're only going to hinder you. So be kind to yourself, say the affirmations and use positive self-talk. Number 4, I don't know if that was 3 or 4, focus on the person you are today, not the person someone said you were in your past. Work on loving and accepting yourself, including your flaws. There is no point in trying to prove to someone else in your past who said something about you, or trying to reflect on that person and absorbing what someone else said. So what if 20 years ago you were a certain type of person and someone said, you're a B, the B word, or you're this or you're that, you're a horrible person, you'll never meet anyone, you won't, because you've got bad attitude, you're ugly, you are, or whatever it is someone has said. If you allow them to have that power to hold those words over you 20 years later, then they've won. And you've always got to think in life that things can only have power over you if you allow them to. So the key is to think about who you are today, and if you're not happy with that person you are, work on it, but work on it for you. But alongside working on the things you're not happy with, you need to accept certain things that you can't change. So if I was to just continuously talk about being a black woman, I use this sample a lot because there is lots of things in the media around race a lot of the time, and women as well. If I was to say, because I'm a black woman, I'm never going to get a break in life. Because I'm a black woman, no one's going to love me. Because I'm a black woman, I've got horrible features. Now, I can't change being black. I wouldn't want to anyway. This is my personal feeling. I love being a black woman, but there are plenty of people who are not happy with their culture or their race. If you spend your life feeling like that, then what you're actually doing is trying to change something which can't be changed, and you're never going to feel good about yourself. So you need to accept certain things, embrace certain things. If you're not happy with your weight, for example, that is something you can change. And there's nothing wrong with saying, I want to lose a bit of weight. If you're not happy with, your hairstyle, you can change that. There's lots of things you can change, so focus on them, but embrace the things that you can't change and learn to love them as well. It's not just tolerating things. It's about embracing it. Think about what is beautiful about who you are. What are some of the things you can not cheerlead. What are some of the things you can be happy about, be confident with? What have people said to you, the feedback you've had from others about who you are? And the final thing is work with a counsellor or a coach if you need to. I've been to see a counsellor. I had to as part of my training as a counsellor. I've also been to see a coach before I became a coach. You can learn things from other people which can help you become great yourself. They can advise, they can encourage, they can support you to become your best. So why not give it a go? it's not like always the option. Some people might not choose that path of a coach or a counsellor. You might want to go to a friend or a family member, but get that support, get the advice, get the guidance, because it's really worth building your self-esteem and your confidence. Having a lack of confidence, especially in this type of world where you're going to get lots of knockbacks, you're going to get lots of attacks, there's so many things happening. You have to be strong as a person. So building your confidence and building your self-esteem is definitely a worthwhile thing to do. So I hope you found this video useful. Please feel free to like, to share, to comment, and thank you to everyone that subscribes to my channel. And please, leave your comments, and I'll speak to you all again soon. Take care. Thank you for watching. Bye.